Okay, we'll start with a nice rounded triangle. Let's first make our emitter a cube, edit mode, M, collapse it to the center, exit. Let's call this the emit. Let's give it a empty, so let's parent an empty to it, so we can actually see it. Okay, next thing is to this is our path. Let's call it path. All right, let us do a follow path. Let us choose our path. Now you can see that it doesn't jump to the path. I had this before. What I had to do was just go into edit mode of the path, and then it jumps. Don't know why that is, but that's what happens. Okay. Let's have a look. It's moving along. That's super weird. Why is that giving such a huge number? Let's try one thing. Let's go into path, edit, and let's just join everything. Don't think that makes a difference, but oh, I see. That was weird. Okay, so put in a fixed position, do follow curve, and now let's put this in here. Let's put this over to 60, bump this up to 1, and let's give ourselves 60 frames. And we're now traveling around. Now, what's not good here is that it's starting up here, which we don't necessarily want. There's a cool trick for that, which is there's a add-on called B. I'll put the link in the description. This one. So in edit mode, in the path edit mode, I want the path to start here. So I just select this point. Then I go over to edit, which is the control panel of that add-on, and set first points. And I can see it's jumped to there. So that's cool. So now let's run it. Going around, no problem. Actually, let's lighten up the interface a little bit. Dark. Okay. Now let's make our particle. So we're going to have a curve, a circle. Let's go to edit mode, scale it down quite a bit. We want to make it 2D and fill front. Okay. Right, this is going to be our particle. Let's call it particle. Let's go back to our emitter. Wait, out of edit mode, back to our emitter, and a new particle system. Okay, let's first do the render part of it, which will be object, and it will be particle. We can't see it because it's so small. It should be normal size. Okay, other things we need to do in here are velocity 0 and field weights, gravity has to be 0. And we also need to do physics. That's not right. Physics, where's physics? Physics integration has to be, this is like gives us subframes to give smooth movements. So let's put it up to something higher. We can mess around with that later. And maybe we can just run it. Okay, now if I turn off this, you'll see let's get rid of our light. And let's go into solid. Let's give our particle material so we can see it better. doing emission. My favorite, light blue. Yeah, so we've got a sharp corner, which is a problem. Now this is pretty cool. Let us go to our particle, go to edit mode. We want to turn on back everything. Now watch this. This is pretty cool. We can actually move it, and you can see how it's going to move, change how it is running along the curve. One thing we still have to do is let's exit this, goes to particle emitter, and here we need to go rotation, and I think it's object Y. But we'll find that in a minute, because we go back to our particle, back into edit mode. Let's just run over here. Okay, we need to actually bump up. Wait, exit that. We need to bump up our particles a bit higher. Let's see. Yeah, let's give ourselves 2000. Lifetime of 60. And end is 60. So we're going to get 2000 in 60 frames. Okay, now this is going to be cool. But you can see we've got a sharp angle here. If we want to smooth it out, we select our particle, we go into edit mode, and now yeah, you find the right orientation, which is actually moving it off the curve. So you can see that you can make it actually as big. The further you move it away from its origin, obviously the further away it's actually going to run around from the curve. So all you need to do is just to find the right angle, like that, say. So it's actually just moved it to the edge. You can make it a bit smaller. Okay. Exit. Let's turn off overlays for a minute. Now, you see here that it's not smooth. Of course, make sure that your path has got a good resolution, but that's not the reason. Actually, the reason is, if we go back over here, you just need to bump this way up. You just keep bumping it up until you're getting just smooth. See, now that's really nice. That's really nice and smooth. Don't know what this is, a little bug. Probably go away in a sec. That's weird. Don't know what that's about. Let's just render that. Oh. We're not in a camera. That. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake there. Let's just go back to emit and bump these up to 8000. Yeah, so basically you just bump it up as high as you need to bump it up to get your smooth movement. Let me just check if I had any other notes. I think that's it. Yeah, I noticed that actually cycles, it renders pretty fast in cycles. It might even render faster in cycles than Eevee if you use a low render setting, and it seemed pretty smooth. I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure. That's it.